I think you're going to kick it. I bet you're going to kick it down here. Oh, you got to win the scrum first.
That's good pressure defense.
That's a prop in a
13.
fly half's outfit.
Alistair Marshall coming up in defense. Nico Adrianos.
James Biss about to give the kick. You got to think. Chip through. We're ready to go here. Everyone's ready.
That was Chris Gamage with a kick.
Nice pick
well taken. Fullback Ben Beauchamp, Saints boy.
That was an actually excellent take. Yeah. Under the pressure with the wind.
He was playing high school rugby last year.
No way.
At Saints.
Yeah, nice.
At Teneke, I think it might have been Teneke.
Good possession here by UBC. They've kept it really well.
They've got to exploit this gap back here, though. They've got to kick it deep down here.
Yeah, they haven't kicked it yet.
No. It's a nice run from 7.
Yeah, it's a good angle.
Sandon Gupta, Kits High School.
No, you're going to take it. You're going to be going backwards. You got to be hitting that at pace if you can do anything.
No wrap on the penalty.
Shoulder.
Yeah. No wrap.
Yeah. Is he going to go for it? No, he's going to go for touch again. We're good? Okay, Chris, why didn't you lead us off?
Good afternoon, everybody. Fans from around the globe, you're watching the Rugby Network. Welcome to Gerald McGavin UBC Rugby Center here at the beautiful University of British Columbia. Sun's just poking through the clouds. We are gathered today on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. My name is Chris Blackman. Sitting next to me is my very good friend of just over 30 years, Keith Lumby. T-Birds and Uvic kicked off a couple minutes ago. We're about 5 minutes into the game. This is the first leg of the Whiteman Boot Series. The second game is going to take place in Victoria, October 19th. Today's referee is Saro Turner, and our 2 assistant referees are Kevin Hayes and Sam Klein-Laufer.
Thank you, Chris, and welcome everybody. We had a bit of technical difficulties just a little bit today, so we're about 5.5 minutes into the match. Still 0-0, no score. We have UBC playing left to right in the predominantly blue strip and blue shorts, and we have the University of Victoria in the light blue shorts and the predominantly white shirts. We are thrilled today that the broadcast partnership between UBC Men's Rugby and the Rugby Network has been renewed so that you'll be able to enjoy all 8 of their home games in the coming weeks and months. As was the case during the back half of last season, this match will be available to everyone and from anywhere on the Rugby Network. All 8 T-Birds home games this season will be streamed live for free and on demand, exclusively on TRN, the Rugby Network. This partnership ensures that all UBC Rugby supporters and alumni will be able to stay connected to live game action.
I'm going to interrupt you there, Keith. UBC, after sustained pressure, gets across the line for a try. Go back to your script.
As I mentioned, the Rugby Network, this partnership ensures that all UBC Rugby supporters and alumni will be able to stay connected to live game action and to the current crop of talented student athletes competing for this decorated program from wherever they might be in the province or around the world. To catch all the action, simply share and go to therugbynetwork.com. Once again, that is therugbynetwork.com with family and friends and sign up for a free account. As the official broadcast partner of the UBC T-Birds Men's Rugby, TRN, the Rugby Network, will once again showcase top-quality Canadian University Rugby and BC Rugby Premier League action, while raising awareness for the product on their platform, which has an established reach and profile in the game around the globe. Once again, thank you, therugbynetwork.com. Okay, and Chris.
Here's the convert. Looking for those assistant referee flags, not going up. So we remain 5-0 with 7.5 minutes played in the inaugural home opener for the UBC Thunderbirds today.
Well, how about this, Chris? Let's float in the rosters as we're starting off this game. Again, we came into a little bit late with some technical difficulties, but that's live sports. So we have the University of Victoria Vikes, as I mentioned, playing in the white, playing from right to left. They've just restarted.
Nice take by number 14, Nico Andrianos. Good run, nice contact. Uvic getting their defensive line set up. Scrum half Stephen Webb moving the ball out wide.
We've seen for throughout the morning so far, just in the first 8 minutes of this game, UBC absolutely have a desire to run this ball. Little kicking from them. They're running it. They're using the backs. They're using the forwards. They're in their own 22 right now. Look at this, and they're still prepared to give it a shot.
Well, it's running rugby weather conditions. An hour and a half ago, it was pouring rain, so I think they've made the right choice. That's not taken cleanly, but Uvic with ball. Advantage for the knock-on being played on by referee Sarah Turner. There's the quick whistle. Okay,
let's go through some of the Victoria Vikes roster. Starting off, loose head prop, Mola, Hooker, Auger, tight head prop, Feldman, first, second row, Petrov, second row, Kim, blindside flanker, Cassie, open side flanker, McLeod, number 8, Doan. Coming in at scrum half, who's got the ball right now, Gamage, fly half, Boyd, Porter. Left wing, Smith. Inside center, Sean Griffiths. Outside center, McGregor. Right wing, Dinardo. And fullback, Bennett. Quick ball taken here by Uvic.
Nifty inside reverse pass from the Uvic. Standoff.
That may be
pressuring.
I was thinking that may be called a high tackle by the fly half there for UBC. Head on head. No? Okay.
My inside knowledge of the referees with the fourth communication set. We're good to go.
So penalty here to UBC, an opportunity for them for relieve the pressure, clear the line.
Going to kick it to touch here on the near side, and they'll get to set up for their lineup.
Chris, we got some time. You want to have a run through for the University of British Columbia T-Birds lineup?
Front row, Buckingham, Allen, and Teneke. In the end room, Wilson and McNulty. Back row, Jakes and Gupta, and then Relmu Wilson Valdez, captain and playing number 8. Halfback combination, Webb and Biss. Wingers, Andrews Almack, wearing number 11, Nico Andrianos, and 14. Centers are Patterson and Marshall. Ben Beauchamp at fullback.
Clean line out here. Cleanly taken by UBC. Wanting to run it from their own 22. Into contact there. Nice setup, possession. Again, you got to love this confidence here, Chris, by the UBC team. Second opportunity to clear the line, but they decided to run it with their forwards. Third time.
Yeah, that's big Caden Wilson taking the ball ahead, 6'8". That's some nice impact. There's the chip over.
And they found some space.
Uvic not taking it cleanly. Loose ball, falls nicely.
Big guy going here. McNulty. On his feet, back up again. Opportunity, I think there's a penalty coming, Chris, or is it advantage?
Penalty advantage. They've gone out wide. There isn't a lot of space out there. Uvic have reorganized their defensive.
Yeah, somebody needs to strain it. We have that. Still playing advantage, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, UBC, look at that. Within 30 seconds, one end of the field to the other.
Yeah, this is messy. They're going to want to reorganize. Pound it up in the forwards. Get some time for the backs and some distance and some space.
We have Gupta here hanging out wide. There he is. He's chasing it. Yeah. Chasing it with Andranos.
Bit of a wasted ball, but he knew the penalty was on. High tackle, number 12, Sean Griffiths. Thank you for correcting me on the Welsh pronunciation of that name.
You're quite all right. Okay, what are we going to have here? UBC taking their time. Going to go for 3 or they're going to go for a line-out? What would you recommend, Chris? If you were a betting man.
They're going to go for a line-out.
Okay, well, while we have the time off, referees having a chat with both captains. Obviously, we can't have the opportunity to have this wonderful sport and certainly live on TV without our sponsors. Let's have a quick run through some of our sponsors. Langara Fishing Lodge, Carson Automotive, Hub International, Venetian Blind Service Center, Olympic Industries, and JQ Mechanical.
And I'll also put in a plug for the staff and volunteers at the UBC Athletics and Recreation Department who always help make this a fun afternoon here at the Gerald McGavin Rugby Center.
And we couldn't do it as well without Jill and Mike on the camera.
Yeah,
Cameras behind the scene. Thank you, guys.
Line out to UBC. Big Caden Wilson in the middle easily wins that bobbled onto the ground, and that's the knock-on. Just an awkward transition. Caden's coming down. He's 13, 14, 15 feet in the air.
We have a little bit of wind here today, Chris. You know, there's a little bit of wind coming from right to left, actually coming towards us in our face. Even though the weather is 16 degrees Celsius, that's about 61 Fahrenheit, it has been raining for the last 24 hours. So the ground is going to be wet. The ball's going to be wet if it touches the ground. Really want to make sure that guys have got their hands open and wide to catch that loose ball.
Uvic with the put-in. Defensive alignment. Big push coming from UBC.
Interesting lineup here for the Uvic. Yeah.
So referees calling the penalty immediately. Prop binding on the arm. 3 whites to call. Quickly into touch. They're going to take their chances with another line out. Caden Wilson won that first line out easily. And they're down about 5 meters out.
Watch this here. Sorry, Chris, to interrupt. Watch Emmett Allen there, just drying the ball at the hooker for the UBC team again. Wants to have that clean, dry ball thrown into his pack.
Caden Wilson at the back.
Cleanly
easily
taken.
Caught. Much cleaner transfer. Driving maul going nowhere. Uvic has spun it. And
somebody broke through.
Yeah. Going to try to catch a number.
Yeah, I saw it.
3, 2. The hooker, Emmett Allen, getting in for the try. And that's what will happen with that driving maul. If the ball carrier who's in the middle realizes he's got his back or he's faced the line, he can pull out as quickly as he can and just start going. Very difficult for defenders to keep an eye on that. So they got lucky, I think. It wasn't a well-structured driving maul. Another 5 points on the board. UBC now leads 10-0.
Yeah, we're only 14 minutes into the game, but both sides have actually had a chance to put some points on the board here. So I'm a little... you got to hope that Uvic don't drop their heads just yet, because they had a breakaway 5 or 6 minutes ago. So again, the scoreline is not indicative yet of the game. But again, we've got the number 9 here, Stephen Webb for UBC, attempting the 2-point conversion here.
So let's flash back to last weekend. The Pride Uvic had a 33-17 loss to the Pride in Victoria, while UBC were 61-17 winners against Trinity Western. So each team coming off a different situation, each trying to do different things today, that's for sure.
Looking good from our position, our vantage point. Does he have the depth? Yes, he does. Great opportunity, great 2-point conversion there by Stephen Webb. Well, let me go into a couple of the news bits here. Chris, as we're waiting, the 2024 National Championship Tournament will be held in Ottawa this November. The Thunderbirds are on the hunt for a 4th straight national banner, and that quest continues with a game today against Victoria. Restart by U Victoria. Nice high deep ball. Cleanly taken eventually by a UBC
Alistair
player.
Marshall. Sorry, that was Nico Andrianos.
Again, UBC confident, willing to run it from their own 22, deep in their own 22.
Yeah.
Ball in hand still. Made it past the gain line. That he's on the charge. That's great possession.
Yeah, it's Caden Wilson again. Making a name for himself in the game. Unfortunately, no support. Uvic was there to contest. Penalty called.
Yeah, Saro Tunen there. Very experienced referee, controlling this game really nice.
He was kind enough to give me his 4th set of communications, his comms, so I've got him talking in my ear throughout the game.
So there's Angus Boyd Porter with a kick deep to touch on the far side. Again, Uvic now wanting to play their advantage and their strength with a line out. They'll probably have to punch it in for about 10 meters if I'm guessing here. But anyway, nice opportunity for attack for University of Victoria.
Yeah, they've got the wind and sun at their back. They'd certainly like to get some momentum here. First line out of the day.
For them, cleanly taken. No jump by UBC.
Yeah, and they were trying to run it as a wraparound back towards the front of the line. Interesting whistle from Sarah. Let's see what the call is.
Again, just while we're waiting for those news bits, again, UBC's 4 games against University of Victoria and Trinity Western University, known as the Coastal Cup, will determine who qualifies for the Nationals in November this year.
T-Bird dig into his pocket for a yellow card. It was not quite called an intentional knock-on, but he was never making an attempt to catch the ball. Captain Relmu Wilson Valdez, 10 minutes in the sin bin.
So 17 on the clock. We'll see him back at 27. He's going to cool down for a little while. Uvic again using their the wind to their advantage. They want to punch it in. They've now got a man advantage in the forwards. So we're going to have 8 against 7 automatically. They want to see if they can capitalize on this one-man advantage immediately.
I don't think UBC is going to pull a player in to contest, but the winger on that side will join if it's driving maul. Over the top and then cleared nicely by UBC. One of the backs coming through with a nice chase down. He's going to... Oh, nicely caught.
Bennett there with a tackle for Uvic.
UBC quickly inside the Uvic half, moving the ball wide to the near side in front of the grandstands.
Uvic got to get some pressure, get some people over here to this left side. There's a lot of numbers here for UBC.
Some space out wide, slow ball and slippy underfoot on that part of the field.
Yeah, as we indicated, there was some rain the last 24 hours, so long cleats is what's required today. There's Buckingham taking it in, making it past the gain line. Well set up. Nice long pass. Yeah. There goes Biss on a little break, show and go.
Popped the ball up off the deck, straight into Uvic, and that was a forward pass.
So we'll have University of Victoria scrimmage.
Put in at the scrum, yes. All right, so we need to catch our breath here, Keith.
Absolutely.
Bit of a rush start. Nice to see it settle down. There's blue sky. About 400 people out to watch the game. Grandstands are full. There was an earlier game. Uvic brought over a second team so that a bunch of the UBC players are still around. Ex-international Mike James down the sideline. Former coach here at UBC, Curry Hitchborn's in the house. The legendary Rick Bourne from Langara Fishing Lodge is here as well. So it's a great crowd, great view today.
Clean ball this time by University of Victoria, so no push by UBC. Little chip over. Who's going to chase it?
Into touch.
Yeah, nice. That's a nice little attacking play, using the wind there, University of Victoria. So it's going to be UBC ball anyway, but a nice little opportunity for a chip through there by Uvic, and you never know which way this ball is going to bounce. Okay, UBC coming slow to the line out. You know, I'm not saying they're slowly walking because of that 10-minute yellow card infraction, but they're in no real need.
Strategic movement patterns here.
Okay.
Back to Caden Wilson at the back. It's overthrown, knocked forward by Uvic. Number 8, Adam Doan wants that one back because there was an opportunity out wide if he'd have snagged that nicely. If
we see that on the replay there again, Chris, just the referee, Sarah Turner, with his left hand indicating not straight in the lineup?
Yeah, he'll make a verbal call and then he'll give a secondary signal to help the players. 99 times out of 100, they'll know what has happened. But it's mostly for the spectators and the commentators and the coaches who may not be able to hear what the comment is. And Cero does well with his hand signals, and it's quite easy to interpret, as is the microphone in my ear that's giving me all sorts of noise.
Okay, UBC scrum.
Uvic with a nice push. UBC solid. There's the nice pairing in the centers. Cuts inside.
Show and go, looking for the offload.
Yeah,
anyway,
Biss has got some nice moves. Centers. Beauchamp into the back line. To deck. Bring it back to the near side. Oh, that's a lone runner. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, UBC didn't have the players there.
Oh, they got, yeah. Actually, player on the neck. So the first support player from UBC was on the neck. And that's one of the talking points for referees this year is to make sure that that's called right away.
Yeah,
it used to be called the crocodile roll. That's been banned. But they just don't want you going towards the neck or the head, and that's what that penalty is for.
So Wilson Valdez still has about 6 minutes on the side to cool down. We have Angus Boyd Porter with a long deep kick there, using the wind to his advantage. The lineout's going to be to University of Victoria Vikes on the UBC 22.
They need to find something to gain some momentum from the one-man advantage. Building off a nice line out, first phase ball, then look to spin it wide.
Looks to be an awful lot of players in the backs here for University of Victoria. They got to have some forwards out there, some big boys. Yeah. Here we go. Finally some straight running here by the number 5. That's Brendan Kim from Uvic. Quickly recycled.
Dimitri Patterson with a nice tackle.
Just bobbled there a little bit. However,
14 blue called offside. Call came in from our assistant referee. 14 blue never retiring behind the last foot. That's Nico Andrianos.
Boyd Porter here looking, chatting with his captain. That will be Merlin McLeod, just what the choice is going to be. They're going to go for the line out, punch it down. They're still going to play her up. They want to use that one-man advantage. Geordie Auger just grabbing the ball for University of Victoria. They want to take it pretty quickly here. University of Victoria getting ready to go.
No contest from UBC. Driving maul from Uvic. We'll see if UBC can defend.
They've got some momentum. There's the first stop.
5 meters out.
It's broken out. It's now a ruck.
Advantage being played. Believe it's a penalty advantage.
2 meters from the line now, Chris. University of Victoria, again, wanting to keep it into the forwards. You got to think this pressure's going to have to buckle sometime by UBC. The one man down.
And if it doesn't, the referee will be bringing it back to call advantage, and he's had enough. It's not going to come out of there, so we're coming back for advantage. And we're inside the 22. It's an attacking position.
This could be another warning.
He's just warning them at this point for repeated infringements. Team warning. So the next major penalty inside the 22 will likely result in a yellow card. Yeah. Referee's done a good job of making sure everybody knows about that. Uvic with a quick put the ball into touch. They want the line out. They want to score right away.
Geordie Auger again with the ball. Let's just see if UBC will contend like they did not the last two lineouts. No, easily set up for University of Victoria. Here they go. They got the driving maul setting up. Nicely set. Is it going to stay on its feet? Looks like it's gone down, but it's still going forward. Still going forward. Now it's down.
That has not crossed the touch line, the try line, sorry. Uvic looking to play the ball out. Pick and go.
A little scrappy
three-man
here, right?
drive.
Yeah, it's a little scrappy, Chris, but
tons of room out wide on the right side. They need to move that ball. It was knocked backwards by Uvic. Now they're looking to reset. Options both ways. They're going to come to the near side, out wide. That player is grounding the ball before the try line, and then he was able to make one movement to score the try.
We'll see that on the replay. He did a good job of keeping himself in the field of play, and then wasn't tackled and was able just to roll over and touch it down. Sean Griffiths.
With the grounding of the try. Red scrum cap.
Yeah. Good effort by him. Good effort indeed.
That's what Uvic wanted. When you've got that one-man advantage, you need to take advantage of that. You need to get that try.
Okay, so that takes the score 12 points to 5, 25 minutes gone. If my memory serves me, the captain for UBC, Wilson Valdez, will be coming on in 2 minutes. So it looks like UBC will be forced to restart, still down a player, down to 14.
Boyd Carter with a tough kick from this side. He's got the sun in his face and the wind in his face as well, so he's going to be aiming for that far upright, and he's done well. Has he curled it in? He has.
Nice kick. Congratulations.
We had the angle. That was wonderfully struck.
Yeah.
UBC will have to keep an eye on that. They'll know he's got some range.
Okay, so we've tied it into one score now, 12 points to 7. 26 minutes gone here in our first home game, the opener here at Gerald McGavin Stadium in beautiful British Columbia. UBC left to right, wearing predominantly the blue, and about to restart.
Just hearing that we've got 1 minute left in the sin bin for Elmu Wilson Valdez. Uvic with a nice take.
Yeah, cleanly taken there.
And they've got support, so they should maintain possession. Uvic doing well to make it through the first line of defense.
Yeah, that was Brendan and Kim there on the charge. Ball a little bit behind the fly half there, but maintains the pressure.
There's width. There's
2
space.
on 1.
Ethan
Nice play
Smith,
there.
we're playing advantage for a late tackle, but Ethan Smith is dancing through. He's going to go all the way. Ooh, and a high. That's going to be hold on. We're going to have a penalty try for the high tackle. And we may actually come back for another card, and he's going to bring the yellow card out for that high tackle.
So let's just explain to everybody, Chris, there what happened. I mean, that first and foremost, Ethan Smith, wonderful individual flair there. Broke it here. He came inside, right up as us on the halfway, stepped off his left foot, came inside, avoided, then found some gaps, came all the way through. And then let's fast forward 50 meters to the try line. And
about 5 meters away from the try line, blue number 11, I believe, Jared Andrews-Almack came in for a great cover tackle, except he was high. That prevented the try. Referee's decision, but for the foul, intentional foul play, a try would have been scored. So he goes directly under the post. Because it was repeated infringement, he'd already warned the whole team. The yellow card is also shown. So that penalty try is awarded under the post. There's no convert, an automatic 7 points. And although Wilson Valdez is back on, Andrews-Almack is off. So UBC will be playing another 10 minutes of man down. And the score is now Uvic 14, UBC 12.
Yeah, interesting period of play there, just the last 2 or 3 minutes. That was some entertaining rugby. Individual flair by Ethan Smith. Great run for sure.
I think both teams have settled down. I think they're looking to play rugby now. I think there's a confidence of what the field is like and a knowledge about how the referee is going to call this game. And now we should see much better rugby from here on in.
Saro Turner, he's certainly been in charge of the game today. I like his style. He's been keeping it open and flowing, allowing the players to play. But again, to your point, Chris, very clear on the infractions. Okay, Uvic setting it up. Nice dummy run there. Oh, here's our player.
Boyd Porter getting the ball out wide from standoff. Uvic over top. That's number 8. Adam Doan taking the ball in.
And now we see University of Victoria deciding to keep it into the forwards and doing a little bit of heavy knocking and play up front.
Caden Wilson coming through with a nice tackle.
Boyd Porter with a deep kick, but he goes straight to hand. You got to look for the...
Pretty sure that's Biss coming through the ball.
There's Andrianos with a swivel, a 360, avoids the first tackle. Ball is out.
Ball's come to the near side. I think that's Nico Andrianos. UBC punching it up in the middle of the field, looking to reset with a quick ruck ball.
Gotta like that. Made it past the gain line as well.
Yep. Now they're going out wide. Biss stepping back across, reversing his field of play.
There are some numbers here on this side for UBC. If they can use it, there are some numbers. Okay, no worries.
Back inside, I think that was hooker Emmett Allen taking the ball inside.
Look at the UBC pack, how they're all gathering around. You don't think that they're going to, they don't want to want.
Wilson Valdez about to be a receiver, blue scrum cap.
Back on.
He's dangerous to break a tackle and go for a run. So Uvic with 2 tacklers in on that. Now they've got bodies out wide. Little show and go from the big man, McNulty again. Taking the ball into contact, but he's got support. Nicely recycled. Out left.
Can't see a number there, but that's some still good attacking play. But
it's Alistair Marshall and Dimitri Patterson over on the far side.
Ball is loose. Uvic guy jumped on it.
There's the penalty awarded to Uvic. We'll see what the call is.
What an entertaining first half here, Chris.
So UBC offside in front of the last man's foot. Once a ruck is formed, both teams need to stay behind their respective last foot. Uvic will clear for touch and just calm it all down as we enter the last 10 minutes of what's become a very interesting first half of rugby here today.
You know what? UBC came out strong. Uvic maybe a little slow. Maybe the ferry ride slowed them down a little bit, but they got the win behind them eventually, and we've got a very even match here today, Chris.
Absolutely. The second half could be tasty. We could see some subs coming on and some real excitement. Close game. Beautiful
line out here. Beautiful shot from the camera. On the halfway, it's going to be Geordie Auger to throw it in for University of Victoria. Looks like a shortened line out. I can see a couple of the forwards hanging out in the backs for Uvic. Will UBC attempt to jump? They did. First time I saw UBC there actually contest, and they tapped it back. They've won it against the head here.
Going to cut it back up into the middle. It's a broken tackle. Looking for a quick offload. They've got it. Can they recycle quick ball? There it is. Webb to Biss. Uvic coming through with a crunching tackle. UBC scampering to get the ball going forward again. Award advantage being played for a high tackle. So UBC's got a bit of a free play here if they can move the ball out wide. And another advantage for offside. It's a bit of an aimless kick. But Biss knew what he was doing because we were always going to come back for a penalty if they didn't get something positive.
From that kick through, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go again. Sarah Turner having an opportunity to explain to the University of Victoria Vikes captain the rules and his call. Really impressed with Sarah today, Mr. Turner. Explanation of the rules to both sets of players. Respect being given again by both sets of players to the referee. So this is a good contest. I'm enjoying this so far. Okay, UBC about to punch it down. They're going to go for the line. They do indeed. They made about 30 meters. Looks like it's going to be a line out on the Vikes 22. Emmett Allen drying the ball off again. You want to have a dry ball for his forwards to have a clean take. I can see big number 5, Joe McNulty, hanging out in the backs there.
Uvic with a change. Number 4, Josh Petrov has left the field. And somebody has come onto the field. We'll try to get a number on that. Is that right at the back of the lineout?
Again, for those watching at home, there is one
22.
UBC player hanging out in the back. So there's
Sully Curran, number 22, on the pitch.
Time is back on. We still have about 4 minutes with the UBC player, yellow card on the side. Cooling himself off. Cleanly taken by UBC. Again, driving more. Nicely positioned here. Still got possession. Still got good position here. Breakaway. And cleanly picked up there by Stephen Webb.
Into the centers, straight ahead running, look to recycle the ball quickly. There he is, out nice. Again. Valdez taking the ball in.
Got to be about 7 or 8 meters from the line here. Somebody needs to straighten it up. There we go.
Bit sloppy, they come back into the forwards. Okay. Backs reversing the field. Beauchamp coming to this near side.
This is the first opportunity for UBC to be in the Uvic killer zone here for the first time in about 10 minutes. So can they capitalize?
Forwards are keeping it in tight, just hard, straight ahead
over
running.
Over the line, but is it held?
Cyril's called the penalty, called the try.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can figure out who it was.
I'm sure we'll see that on the replay. Great attacking play there by UBC again. The first time they've been in the Uvic 22 for probably the last 10 minutes.
Big Joe McNulty, number 5 with a try. No, 6, Sol Jakes, sorry. Getting some help from our scorekeepers here. Thank you, gentlemen. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. UBC with a little bit of momentum right now, 17-14 on the scoreboard.
And a 2-point opportunity conversion ahead. Would have thought the crowd would get more into that. The crowd a little bit quiet still. I think they're a little bit stunned by how quickly Uvic came back and got into the lead with the 14 points. So, you know, those who thought that this was going to be maybe a bit of a one-sided game are seeing a wonderful game of rugby. Back and forth.
If I looked over some predictions online, Convert is good. Looked at some predictions online, and Mark Bryant, who runs the well-known BC Rugby News, had predicted a 7-point win for the T-Birds today. And at this point in time, he's looking quite accurate with that prediction. Still 40 minutes of rugby to play.
So here's spoiler alert for those who haven't had a chance. Let's change quickly, Chris, to international rugby. Spoiler alert, you can certainly mute for the next 10 seconds. In the final round of the Pacific Nations Cup today, Canada unfortunately lost to Tonga by a score of 30 points to 17. However, we did see that UBC's Dakota McMullen did indeed cross the line for a try. So congratulations to Dakota.
Yeah. Great catch and run here from UBC. 14, Nico Adrianos, who's done that all day, spilled the ball on the tackle. Now Uvic's going to counter. And then here comes our speed demon, number 11, Ethan Smith down the near side. Good nice support run. 13, Lockhart McGregor coming in there.
Here's Chris Gamage quickly recycling off the loose head. Phoenix Mola taking it in.
Just a quick note, there's an injury behind the play, so we may see Stero stop the play if it goes back and looks like it might be.
Crossfield kick. That's going to be interesting. Nice lucky bounce.
There's
there.
The knock on. There's the penalty offside. Uvic winger on the far side. I think that was 14, Morgan DiNardo, offside. And we've got an injury down on the field. So Cerro's probably going to stop for the injury. There it is.
Chris, would you mind just explaining for those folks at home what the referee, Cerro Turner, was calling there for offside with the right winger, Morgan Dinero?
As the play came to the near side of the field, the Uvic standoff went to provide a cross kick, put it all the way to the far side. When he kicks that ball, any players in front of him need to be retreating. They can't simply join the play. And that winger was in front of the kicker when he kicked the ball, hadn't retreated, continued to contest for the ball, so penalty awarded.
And we saw that clearly from our vantage point, and I'm sure those who see it on the replay will appreciate your commentary there. So thank you, Chris. Okay, Cerro Turner having another conversation with both captains.
And I will tell you, he needs them to calm down. A little bit of argy-bargy, a little bit of back and forth after the whistle. And we are nearing halftime, so a little bit of frustration might be creeping in. And Cerro is managing the game, as we say.
Also like to have a big shout out to our two assistant referees, Kevin Hees and Sam Clean Lafleur. Kevin and Sam, again, thank you for your contribution and thanks for volunteering your time here today.
And we know we got your first names right. We probably got your last names wrong, and we also know you're not volunteering. So well done, gentlemen. All right, back to action. Few minutes to play. Short line out on the far side. UBC has kept some players into the back line. Big Caden Wilson going up with the ball. No, that's Wilson Valdez. Into the centers.
Center play here by UBC, getting over the gain line nicely, quickly recycled by UBC. They have numbers outside here, Chris. Oh, it didn't go to hand.
Still bouncing up. Beauchamp comes in and cleans it up.
There's, Beauchamp nicely taking it forward.
Out the back door, Biss and Webb, nice handling. It's all behind.
Yeah.
There's the off the feet. UBC straight off their feet at the breakdown. Penalty awarded to Uvic. There's the
quickly
tap
taken.
And go, yeah.
Quickly taken there by Casey. Hand to hand.
Yeah, nice pass. Uvic should be able to get this under the post.
They got some pace.
There we go.
Clean try. You know, again, individual effort there, individual flair.
I don't know who it was who quickly kicked the ball from that penalty.
It was Casey, tap and go. I saw it.
There we go.
He's a blindside flanker, Chris, like myself, so I was keeping an eye on him.
And then I think it was number 22, Billy Curran, who's joined the play. He was the winger who on the far side had a nice through the tackle, backdoor offload to put somebody in for the try.
So, Chris, 38 minutes gone. We've got last 2 minutes of this half. 21 to 19 to the guests, the visitors at University of Victoria.
That one went through.
UBC are now back up at full
strength.
Full strength. 15 players against 15. Yeah, I'm just confirming there with Chris. Thank you, Chris. I just want to make sure we thought the referee confirmed that it was a 2-point conversion. Just want to make sure we're all set here. So it is 21 points to 19, University of Victoria. Last minute of the game, unforced error there by UBC. Didn't go the 10. Uvic will have the choice. Scrum is called. So probably the last set piece play of the game. Chris, just so we're waiting here, any thoughts on the first half?
Nobody is showing any dominance. Both teams are equal most of the time, and then an occasional individual play, a missed tackle, a bad kick. So it's a coin toss right now, and the score reflects that, 21-19. I think both coaches are going to have a talk to their teams, ask them to settle down, ask them to get back into their game plan, and we should see a great second half.
I agree with you about settling down. It's been a little bit scrappy, and it hasn't been weather-driven. It's been by the players, I think, just trying some things that they're not quite settled and ready to go for yet. So, again, if we can have some more team cohesion, I think, in the second period, both teams will be in a much stronger position. Okay, there's the big boy, Brighton Feldman, taking it up, taking it in. Uvic again wanting to run it. Brendan Kim taken back, but still kept. Here we go. Deep field kick here.
Yeah, Biss saw that coming. James with lots of experience back inside to Beauchamp, who's going to clear his lines. That should land out of bounds. And we may be...
Quick taken.
Yeah, quick take.
Here we go, Chris. You've got the microphone. What are you seeing? What are you hearing?
That's James Webb ahead of the kick. And our referee was asking him to retreat, and he wasn't listening.
So I thought that was going to be the final set-piece play of the game. We now have an opportunity. Are Uvic going to attempt a long kick for 3 points, or more importantly, risk their arm and go down the field for a line-out?
So it's interesting. They actually have an option to go for the scrum inside the 22 as opposed to the penalty that far out. Mm-hmm. And the captain has rightfully called, and he's going to move up 25 meters to take a scrum. Oh. With the laws today and the put in from the scrum half, this should be an automatic ball for Uvic. UBC is going to want their scrum defense organized for a strong push on this.
Yeah, you got to think UBC scrum's going to get low here. They're going to get tight. They're going to put some pressure on. The UBC backs are just man for man right now. Coverage, I can see that. You've got Chris Gamage, fly half for Uvic. Look at his right-hand shoulder there. He's just having a look.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we watch Ethan Smith come in from the blind side.
Boyd Porter, you mean?
Number 11, Ethan Smith coming in from this side.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, Boyd Porter's moved over to create that gap. Uvic have got their fullback in the line as well, so it's going to have to be man-on-man coverage here by University of British Columbia. Yeah. Last scrum of the game, of the first half, 2 minutes into extra time. Let's see what Uvic have up their sleeve. Good push by UBC, but it held by Uvic. Center field play.
Solid defense from Biss coming up to make the tackle on the ball carrier. Uvic moving it, trying to move it out to the right, slipped. Still possession for Uvic.
Little scrappy
advantage
here.
to Uvic. Penalty advantage. 2 blue for no wrap. It's a tough call. There's the cross kick again from our standoff for Uvic.
And the bounce is fortunate for the Uvic player. However, he's held up short of the line. Uvic 2 meters from the try line here.
We're still on a penalty advantage as the call from Cerro.
Trying to go over, straight. Simplest route is straight and straight over the forwards.
Still, really difficult to see what's happening over there, even with binoculars.
It's still
Uvic with a big push around the outside.
We can still
see. They still have possession. Still the big boys hitting it up in the middle. Nobody's across the line yet.
If you're Uvic, you're going to keep punching and punching.
No, here we go out wide. Big looping pass. Big pass. Tried for the knock pass. There's Ethan Smith. That was that pass went backwards. So can Smith evade everybody? Loop support.
That's
13.
Yeah.
Lockhart McGregor taking it back up the middle.
And there's 12. Sean Griffiths.
Is he going to get it? And he's not going to get across. And we're still on advantage, by the way, for the penalty.
Wow, that's 2 minutes of advantage. Great end to this first half here. Entertaining, wow.
Uvic still not across the line.
Okay, 2 meters short. They hand it out again. Here we go. The break is on.
And now he's across the line.
Yeah, Angus Boyd Porter. So unfortunate missed tackle there that let in that try. But again, Angus Boyd Porter, individual flair from him. Saw the break, went for the line, missed tackle, fell over the line, scored the 5 points, and probably going to have an opportunity to convert his own try.
Entertaining first half. Uvic with the final play of the half, which will be an attempt on a conversion. And then we'll take a few minutes on a break.
So again, for those tuning in Canada and around the world, please feel free to share with your friends and neighbors. To catch all the action, simply go to therugbynetwork.com and sign up for that free account. Therugbynetwork.com. Okay, final play of the game.
Boyd Porter, right-footed kick. Easiest of the day. Looks confident, slots it through.
And converts his own try. Okay. Game on, Chris. Wrap up, Chris, for the first half. Just give me 30 seconds, please.
I think it was a great back and forth. Both teams made mistakes. Uvic ended up getting one more positive out of all of it, and that's the 9-point gap, and we're going to have an 8-minute halftime, apparently, to the referee.
Yeah, I want to give, actually, let's talk about the referee. Sarah Turner and his 2 assistant referees really are enjoying their control of the game. It's open, it's fluid. Both teams, I would say, are a little bit nervous to start this off, whether it be the field, whether it be the weather. However, we are in for a great second half here. Currently, Uvic 28, UBC 19. We'll be back in 7 minutes. And we're back on. Welcome back. We've restarted here. Welcome, Chris. The rugbynetwork.com. We have University of Victoria visiting here at UBC. University of Victoria playing left to right, light blue shorts, white shirts. UBC with the ball right now in the predominantly blue strip, dark blue shorts, and predominantly blue shirts. Chris, welcome back to the second half.
Yeah, sun has come out in full force. Very happy crowd sitting around, lots of players, lots of families. Always wonderful to be at the Always fabulous to be out here. There's a great take. I think that is Jared Andrews Almack.
Yeah, great take by him. Okay, let's see what the coaches had an opportunity to talk to both players in the break here after the first half.
And we'll also try to get some information on the substitutes that have been made. We don't get an update from the coaches or the teams at the half, so we'll just look for new numbers out there, folks.
UBC starting the second half as they did the first half, wanting to run it, keeping the ball fluid, keeping it quick. Yeah. Here they go again.
Big Caden Wilson with a rambling run, quick support. Biss is there. A little slow out of that breakdown. Wilson Valdez taking it up inside after a show and go. There's Biss looking to distribute. UBC not making any ground, but maintaining possession. Looking for a crack in the defense. Now they've changed their direction. Sliding through, not quite making it. That is one of the subs on the field.
Nice handoff there.
Number 2.
That's a nice handoff there. I like that. And again, Gupta as well kept the ball alive. Uvic still on the defense. Straight drive there. Quick possession, quick recycling by UBC.
Alistair Marshall taking the ball up.
Kept on his feet nicely. Look for support.
Yeah, they're going to lose that ball. That's going to go to Uvic.
Oh, counter ruck. Well, there's going to be a little bit of infraction here. I'm sure the referee, Sarah Turner, is going to step in. We saw a little bit of that boiling over in the first half, Chris, with a couple of the players just getting a little excited. And our referee of the day, Sarah Turner, stepping in. I think he'll probably have a chat with both captains and ask them to start the second half on a much more level footing. We don't want this to deteriorate and get scrappy. So both teams, obviously, a lot of butterflies, a lot of excitement, doing the best. Just got to channel that energy into some positive rugby.
A nice calm discussion from Cero, telling everybody to calm down, play proper rugby. Original penalty was side entry, number 3, Peyton Tenneke, guilty of that. Uvic is looking to kick for touch.
Not a clean strike, but still made touch anyway there. Boyd
almost at the half for a line out to Uvic.
Geordie Auger here, going to probably dry the ball off again. Actually, I can see the ball boy on the side doing it for him. So, again, we want to... You can just see the flag here. There's a little bit of wind up there, Chris. See that flag by the assistant referee?
Don't think it's substantial to change much, but it'll help keep things dry out there.
Yeah, wasn't.
I was thinking not straight, but clearly we're good to go. Uvic moving the ball out to the left. Solid defense coming up from that UBC defensive line.
Brendan Kim, though, maintain the possession. Uvic again deciding to run it. So both teams want to run it. This is good. Again, there's a little bit of a wind. Right to left, I would say, is a wind.
Uvic trying to get something started in the midfield. Haven't made it across center line. Going backwards with that pass and ruck. UBC eager to come up in defense, and there's the kick.
Straight down the throat of the fullback.
Beauchamp underneath. He's looking to counter. He's going to come to the near side. He's got 3 runners with him. Oh.
Support play wasn't quite there.
The ball is Caden Wilson seeing it land in his hands. He's going to take it straight up.
There's Josh Petrov with a quick charge. Nice handoff here.
Advantage to UBC. Uvic never got onside, so that's going to be their penalty.
So this is a free one.
The blindside winger in for a run. Jared Andrews Almack. UBC is going to keep plugging away at this.
You got to think maybe a chip's going to come here because it is a free one.
There it is.
Go. Oh,
That's off the knees and then knocked by White. There's the advantage to UBC. So it did work out. The referee just giving UBC the option. A penalty back at center or a scrum up for the knock-on. Not that the two are related, but those are the two incidents that were at play. Cerro giving the call and taking everybody over for the scrum.
Chris, we've had that during the game where the referees have played advantage. Would you mind just explaining again the double advantage, the penalty, and then the knock-on?
So as opposed to calling it a double advantage, the two infractions that go back to back. So the first infraction may or may not be called right away. If it's not called right away, that team in possession of the ball may get the advantage and to continue to play on to see if something positive develops. If it doesn't, the referee will come back to that earlier infraction, and that coming back to the earlier infraction could also be triggered by an infraction from the opposition team.
Thank you for that explanation. Here we go. Stephen Webb with the feed in for UBC. No blindside winger for UBC, so are we going to see an 8-9? No, we see it coming open side. Miss out the fly half straight to the inside center. That's number 12, Dimitri Patterson.
Ripped straight. Ball was straight ripped off of him. I think that's Sean Griffiths taking the ball.
Looking for support. Didn't get it.
Not getting it.
Yeah,
Wow.
had to hold on.
Great play to rip the ball straight out of the UBC player's hands, but then outran his defense.
Let's see if we see that on the replay. Here we go.
Yeah, there it is. Red scrum cap just ripped it out and turned and went. Great move. And then outran his support. UBC doing well to get there and contest for the ball.
Okay, so it's a UBC penalty. They've kicked for the touchline. It's going to be a UBC line out on the 22. Uvic just slowly coming back to the line. UBC just off camera here, calling the play. Emma Allen grabbing the ball.
Just interesting to overhear the referee mention to the boys that they are playing on the rugby network today and they need to behave themselves. Here we go, back to action. UBC with a big driving maul deep inside the 22. Uvic going backwards.
They probably want to slow that down, otherwise somebody will trip over themselves. There you go. They got some momentum again. Here we go. 5 meters from the line.
Advantage called. Uvic collapsing the maul. Side entry is the actual call. Can UBC turn this into a try? The least they're getting a penalty, but they want quick ball. So they actually did get it across the line. It was held up. Referees taking it back. Side entry from Uvic. Penalty to UBC.
We may just catch that on the replay. Either way, it is a penalty by UBC. They kick it for the line. We're going to have attacking line for UBC.
UBC with two great options in the lineout, Wilson Valdez or Caden Wilson.
The sun's out. Attacking line out UBC. Looks like they have all their forwards into the line out.
Back of the line out to Wilson Valdez. Nice take, driving maul.
Yeah,
that's
simple.
moving well. And there's the try. Executed to textbook perfection. Very happy coaches after that one.
You know what, Chris? I was nodding with you as you were talking there. Absolutely. Set piece. They've tried that day in, day out. Cleanly taken. Forwards gathered around. Started pumping those legs. Kept it going straight. Over the line, over the try line. Nice set piece play there by UBC. So, UBC closed the gap. 24 points to 28. 4 points difference now, with a 2-point conversion opportunity ahead of them. Game on, Chris. Game on.
Absolutely. And it wasn't a quick try. That was a built try. They needed phases, and they had to be patient. And I think we're going to expect to see that. I don't think we'll see a lot of back and forth.
Just off camera, I can see 7 of the University of Victoria Vikes warming up. So I'm anticipating some substitutions coming on here pretty shortly, Chris.
Second game of the season. You want to give everybody a run out. There's lots more rugby to play in the next weeks and months. And a great day to take advantage of giving that 7 or 8 players off the bench.
As we see Stephen Webb get ready for his 2-point conversion opportunity.
And the flag stayed down, so must have missed that to the near side, I think.
Score stays 24 points to UBC, 28 to University of Victoria Vikes. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Just waiting for the ball to come back onto the field. It was a deep kick, so I think it ran onto the road. Still looking for a ball here.
Well, there should be a second ball on the far side. It's not there. Here it comes, and from both sides, of course, as it happens. And next we will see a dog running across the field, which is tradition in rugby.
Okay, so restart is underway. Angus Boyd Porter. Clock is back on. Relatively deep kick. Cleanly taken by UBC. At pace as well. That's their winger.
That's Nico Andrianos. Uvic with some solid defense, but UBC's got numbers out this way. They need to turn it into forward momentum.
Quickly recycled here by UBC.
Uvic was able to reorganize their defense nicely, though. Ooh, that one went out the back door. Some missed hands. UBC's going to scramble on this one.
That was Wilson Valdez diving on it. Okay, UBC just want to settle this down. Here we come. Clearance kick. Not making touch.
And well taken by Boyd Porter.
Wrapped up, though, by Andrews Olmack.
New scrum half for Uvic is number 21, Reese Thompson.
And we can have a big shout out, actually. Reese Thompson, grandmother Sharon is in Halifax, and mother Lisa all the way in Australia, so a few time zones away. Mum Lisa, congratulations. You can see Reese, 21, on the field today.
Replacing Chris Gamage. So that's the second sub for Uvic, and I don't think we've seen a sub for UBC come on, but I can certainly see 3 or 4 players warming up on the far side.
$15 here.
Sorry, I'm listening to the referee chatting with the fullback for UBC. Keith, I missed that.
Yeah, the 15 is number 4 was actually obstructing, so the referee was stepping in to say something.
The line out starts at the 5-meter line and goes to the 10-meter line. You can't be in that 5-meter gap trying to block the throw.
Which is what he was. Yeah, okay. Here we go again. Uvic, clean ball, nice at pace, but cleanly taken.
I think that was winger number 14, Morgan DiNardo. We haven't called his name a lot.
Interesting tactic here by Uvic.
Yeah, nice little kick through by Reese, but it stayed in bounds. Beauchamp's got a chance to clear. And that's going to go, that landed on the line. And Uvic going play for quick ball. Standoff to fullback.
There's got to be some gaps here now. Open field. Here's the gap.
That's 13. Lockhart McGregor with a nice run. Caden Wilson getting a good shoulder up tackle on the Uvic player. Uvic maintaining possession.
Uvic just making it to the gain line. Little slow there, I think, for University of Victoria.
Yeah, Boyd Porter with a nice kick. He's really directing traffic. There's Beauchamp. Little hesitation, and then a huge pass to the near side. That's Biss. He's going to cut it up in the middle, look for a gap, and he's found it.
He's got 2 players on his left shoulder.
Open territory, 1 more pass needed, back inside. That's the big man, Joe McNulty. There's 5 points on the board. Happy hometown crowd.
Yeah, great little play there. It all started, Chris. It all started with a relatively slow possession by Uvic. Did not give Angus Boyd Porter really any option except for the kick, and gave the possession back to UBC.
And it was a meaningless kick.
Yeah.
You need to have those kicks go really deep or out to the wing. Left it in the middle. Beauchamp coming out through the St. George's High School program just down the street. He knows what to do with that. Get it out wide. He reversed his field. Find a big man rumbling up the middle. Happy days. UBC's on the move. 29-28 on the scoreboard. Convert to come.
I'm sure we'll see that on the replay. That was some wonderful rugby there as we saw the break with 2 supporters. I think it was 3 at one point on the shoulder of the UBC player. So plenty of options to score.
Yeah, Stephen Webb for the kick here.
Oh, he did it.
Flags go up, 2 points on the board.
Yeah.
31-28, 15 minutes played in the second half. 25 more minutes of delicious rugby in the sun here at the Gerald McGavin Rugby Center at UBC.
Anytime, Chris, you're seeing 70 points within 55 minutes, you know you got a great game of rugby on us. We have 25 left. It's going to be a great end to this game here. Uvic coming a little slow back to the kickoff.
Sub for UBC. Max McGavern on. Just going to try to figure out who came off. Nico Andrianos after a good run through the first half and part of this. So Nico's getting us some time off.
Boyd Porter with a relatively deep kick, caught cleanly by UBC. Across the field right now.
Beauchamp on off? Yeah.
Tackled by Thompson.
On that. Ben Beauchamp off.
UBC have numbers.
Starting that, and 21.
Number 4 there for UBC, Clayton Wilson on the straight drive and pick and go. Made the gain line. Little slow here. The forwards have to just get themselves set again. There's Emmett Allen on the straight. The chip.
That's gone way up and gone nowhere near forward, but still maintained possession from UBC.
Not a great kick by Stephen Webb, however, they were fortunate. He gets a second go at this time.
Yeah, noticing that the fullback wasn't there, and that's bounced. Boyd Porter back, not getting it well. Wilson Valdez could not catch him. Porter escaped the monstrous hit that Valdez wanted to level him with. Okay. All right, Uvic back to center on the far side of the field. Reese Thompson settling things down with a nice pass out to Boyd Porter, taking it up.
This is some end-to-end rugby. I'm enjoying this. Ooh.
Hesitation on the pass from Uvic, and UBC's going to take advantage of that.
That was Brendan Kim there.
Yep, and another. There's the. And
now we're seeing some kicking in this game.
Yeah,
this is
James
interesting.
Biss coming back. He knew what was happening. He's got some time on his hands. How far does that run? That's in goal, and he's brought it out. That ball is not going to go to touch, but it bounces again. Uvic not able to take it.
Beauchamp here passes it off to. Yeah, sorry. It's entertaining rugby, Chris. I'm getting my players mixed up.
All right, the ball has gone into touch. Catch a breath.
We can all take a breath.
And it was nicely cleared from UBC well into the Uvic half. Uvic is going to have the line out on the far side of the field.
I was thinking when that slice kick came from UBC that they were almost going for a 50-25.
50-22.
50-22. Here we go. Restart by
Uvic with the line-out throw. They go to the back of the line-out. Nicely won.
Yeah.
Looping play with the front rowers coming around. That's Reese Thompson looking for a gap. Being held up in the middle. Finally makes it to deck. That means we've got a forward playing scrum half. Uvic taking it away down the left-hand side of the field. UBC's defense is holding up well here. That's been blocked. It's down on the deck. That's UBC scrambling to pick the ball up. Referee Turner working hard to make sure UBC's got ball. Doing a great job of communicating. UBC's got some space. There's some speed. Out back. That's actually knocked forward by UBC. I think that was Alistair Marshall actually almost caught the ball behind his back, and then it went backwards. So, another breath. Uvic put in at the scrum.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes into the second half, so we're halfway through the second half, if that makes sense. What I'm really interested in is the changing tactics by both teams. The last 7 or 8 minutes, we're seeing a lot of kicking, and more importantly, kicking for depth as opposed to kicking for touch. So we're keeping the ball alive, but they're both going down a phase of kicking the ball here.
And Uvic has just changed their standoff. Boyd Porter out of the game, an integral part of the first half for them. Gamage is on the field, so the Gamage brothers are playing right now. Fun for them and their family.
Okay.
Good push from UBC, but Uvic held the ball. Reese Thompson kicking it back to the near side, and it's gone straight out.
Yeah.
So we'll go all the way back for where that kick was taken from, and that'll be a UBC line out inside the Uvic half, right in front of us. Now let's just double check for more subs. I don't think anything else has changed. Big Emmett Allen down in front of us, going to be looking to launch the ball.
Shorten line out. I'm guessing 4-man line out here. I can see some forwards for the UBC.
Caden Wilson at the back goes up high. Nice catch.
Yeah, cleanly taken. Here we go. You see the big boys in the center going in now?
Yeah, they're looking for a gap. There's not a gap there. That's good, strong defense. But it's number 7, Merlin McLeod.
They want to have quickly recycled. Yep.
Down the near side. Here's Biss coming around. He shoots a gap. Well tackled. Support players are there. Picked up and knocked forward. Or was that knocked backwards by Uvic?
Yeah.
Valdez off on a rambling run, looking for support. UBC's there. They're going to go out to bringing pick and go to the near side. Is that Alistair Marshall? I think that's Marshall. Big Caden Wilson at the back of the scrum, looking to take the ball. No, he's going to step over it. Well done, Caden. Don't play scrum half, Caden. I think that's
UBC here, 2 meters from the try line, Chris. 2 meters.
Really tough to see numbers here, Keith.
Play is still live. Forwards are trying to drive it in.
This is going to be simple smash mouth rugby until they get it across the line. There's only 2 backs out for UBC. This is staying in the forwards.
1 meter from the try line.
UBC coming the near side.
Maintain. I can see the ball, so it's still alive.
Still going.
Low pick and drive there. Penalty advantage?
Yes. Try given.
Okay.
Coming up off the deck. I believe that's Big Joe McNulty with another try. Peyton Teneke. Our scorekeepers are super helpful today. Peyton Teneke with a try. We would have seen a penalty called. Number 4, White, was offside.
So UBC, 36-38. Wow. Back in the lead. 62 minutes gone.
Another 2 points here. They'll be very happy, but they'll need more. Uvic, as we know, can threaten from anywhere, and I'm seeing subs lining up to come in for Uvic as well.
Yeah, nice on the replay there.
Thank you to our camera operators for all their help in catching the action today.
Stephen Webb, he's had a good success rate from the kicking tee.
There's a sub for Uvic walking off. Somebody coming on.
And just pulls it in front of the posts. Okay, so the score remains, Chris. This is going to be interesting. The score is 36 to UBC, 28 to the University of Victoria. So that means obviously 8 points, 5 for try, 2 conversion, 3 for penalty kick. So we are playing strategy. 2 scores required by Uvic to win. 2 scores. They have 17 minutes. They're going to have to throw the ball around.
Uvic's got a new scrum half in. 21, Reese Thompson, has left the field. I think he's got some blood coming out of the nose. So we've got a new scrum half and a new 10 playing for Uvic right now. We'll try to catch a number on their new scrum half. Maybe the original scrum half. I see a number 9 down in front of us here. So it could be that Gamage has come back on the field. So now we've got 2 Gamages on the field.
Ooh, unfortunate knock on there. So it's going to be scrum down University of Victoria, ball on the UBC 22. Again, Chris, just while we're waiting for this scrum, you want to talk about the strategy here. We're 8 points down by Uvic. They've got 17 minutes. They've got to score twice.
If they have an opportunity for a penalty, they're going to look for that right now and maybe wait to score the try. If they think they've got a try on, they need to go for that. They're not going to whiffle waffle. And I've also just had some input that UBC's made 2 subs, so we'll look for who those were. Elijah McQueen has come on for Joe McNulty.
Okay, Uvic with the drive here. They've come towards us. There's the right wing. He's got some pace. He's got a gap. He's found his way through. He's about 10 meters from the line. Uvic want to recycle it quickly. Chris, you have, they've taken it quickly. University of Victoria, and they scored. You had your head down, Chris. Let's see that on the replay. University of Victoria. There was a breakdown about 8 or 10 meters away from the UBC line. The referee, I didn't see the call, but called a penalty. It looks like the scrum half for Uvic took it quickly, found the gap, ran over the line, scored the 5 points. There you go.
36-33 for UBC. The changes for UBC, Joe McNulty is off.
Yep.
And we've got Elijah McQueen, number 19, filling into the second row. And then in the backs, number 12, Dimitri Patterson.
Here we go, just on the replay, the scrum half, Chris Gamage. Quick penalty.
Tap and go. Just get it done.
Yep.
Catch the defense sleeping.
Would you mind, Chris, just explain how he was able to take that quick tap even though it wasn't on the position of the penalty because he took it behind?
So you can go backwards from the mark. As long as the referee is seeing you clearly tap the ball through the mark, you can have a go. Convert coming from the fullback kicking now. This is Matt Bennett. That's a nice stroke, but he's pushed it out left. The second change for UBC, number 12, Dimitri Patterson, is off. And Liam James, number 23, is on the field. So 23 on and 12 off.
Welcome, Liam. Welcome to UBC Rugby.
3 points in the game. 15 minutes to go. UBC to kick off.
Yeah, great game. This is going to be a great end to this game here. Deep kick by UBC.
Yeah, Uvic staring into the sun. So that was well done. But that's Sean McGriffiths. No.
Cleanly taken on the 22.
Sean Griffiths with a nice take.
Pick and go there by
that
Brendan
might be
Kim.
UBC stole the ball. No. There's number 20 on the field. So we've got players wearing different numbers for UBC. I'll have a chat with their coach. I see number 20 on the field, and that is not Jacob Bourne wearing number 20 for UBC.
Yeah, Jacob Bourne's about 30 pounds lighter at least.
Unless Jacob has had a lot to eat for breakfast this morning.
Okay, again, the kick in field.
Yeah, that's 21 Liam, sorry.
The gap is
Max
on.
McGavern, nicely done. UBC looking for maintaining possession.
So, Uvic again decided to kick, unforced error because they should have got it into touch. It went straight down the throat of the UBC player who then brought it back 15 meters. Unforced error, unfortunately, there by Uvic. If they want to kick to touch, you've got to make your touch. So it's going to be a scrum down.
Uvic with the put in. It's an interesting option here. You can kick to clear your lines, but you're passing the ball from outside the 20 inside the 22, so you have to keep the ball inside. So it's also an attacking position. There's lots of space behind the UBC backs. One fullback, one body back with the fullback only. So let's see if Uvic can take advantage of this.
Referee just wanted to have a little conversation with the front row there, not happy with how it was set.
And I do believe Reese Thompson is back on the field.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of blood on his shirt, but don't worry, Mum, in Australia, I can see his nose, it's still straight. It's all good. Uvic with the put in. 12 minutes to go. Down by 3. Good push by UBC.
Really good push, and they've earned the penalty.
What was neat about that, Chris? Straight push by UBC. Straight drive. Yeah. Good pressure.
Tight head prop dropped the bind, and that's what the call is from Cerro. UBC going to look for touch. Driving maul is what they're going to want. They've still got the big guy, Caden Wilson, on to take this catch.
So their penalty, they've kicked it down, which means maintain possession. It's going to be Emmett Allen once again to throw in. He's drying the ball. Notice there that the Cone Buckingham for UBC was making the call to Emmett. He saw it on just showing his hand.
Wilson Valdez at the back of the line out, driving maul from UBC. Advantage already as Uvic has collapsed. UBC is just going to keep driving.
They've got
look to take it all the way in.
They've got the numbers here.
That's a big drive. They're across. You
got to be.
Now they have to get it out because it's going backwards. But we could always come back for the penalty. There's the ball.
Yeah.
Is that Wilson Valdez?
Oh, knock on over the line.
We're gonna come for the referee's gonna chat with his assistant referee.
This will be interesting. Let's watch this on the replay. So here's the drive back from Uvic. Then UBC gets momentum. It goes down. It looks like ball is in hand. He's over the try line. Does he apply the pressure to ground it?
And the referee and assistant referee are chatting.
So the question begs, did the UBC player apply enough pressure on the ball over the line?
Not about that, Keith. While the ball was lost control, it remained touching his arm. There was no separation, and he was able to apply downward pressure. So he lost control, but never lost possession, if you will. Sarah Turner doing a good job of explaining it.
UBC with 5 points. Again, now they've extended the lead to 8 points again. Thanks for that clarification again there, Chris. One of the wonderful things we have here with the technology is you have the fourth microphone, so you can actually hear what the referees are communicating to each other.
Jacob Bourne coming onto the field for UBC. Have no idea what number he's wearing, but when we find it out, we'll tell you. So again, that UBC getting the ball across the line. The ball never actually separated from his arm, even though he wasn't in control, and he was able to maintain the downward pressure. Well explained by Cerro to all the players on the field.
Stephen Webb with a very interesting kick here. 8 points to 10 points. This is a big one.
And he's missed that one.
Okay, so the lead remains at 8 points with 8.5 minutes to go. UBC 41, Uvic 33.
And Jacob Bourne is wearing number 22. Now we just have to figure out what position he's playing. Likely 9 or 10.
Yeah, I'd better say scrum half. Okay, restart. Uvic.
So did Webb leave the field or did Biss leave the field? Oh, the confusion of commentary with no communication.
Cleanly taken there by Uvic.
That's Griffiths. Sean Griffiths with a nice catch and go.
Uvic kept it short, the return, and they've kept possession. Oh, yeah, that was nice. Nicely up there. 13. UBC up quickly here.
Strong defense from UBC.
Yeah, they're up quickly. Left-footed kick there by 23. Gamage. Straight down the throat. Mark
Free
called.
kick called.
Quickly taken. Quickly taken by UBC. Not too sure if the Uvic player was 10 meters, but referee says play on. UBC maintain possession. Outside of the 22. Going to have to run it. Yeah, there is Jason Bourne at scrum half. I could see him. Chipped through by UBC.
That's a awkward kick.
Went backwards,
Yeah,
and
he was knocked forward by Andrews Almack, but Uvic never got out of the 10-meter circle from around the ball, as it were. They were never away. So Bourne's going to step up. No, he's going to leave this to Biss for the kick. Biss is looking for touch, I would say, down the far side or the near side. He's going to go for the far side.
No rush from him. No need to rush. Ooh.
It's a shanked kick. Awkward bounce.
Unforced error here. Uvic decided to kick it back, though.
And
here's Bourne with his first touch of the day.
Yep, and he's going to look for inside support. And he's got some of it.
There'll be some gaps open now. Big boys for UBC out in the center. I see a couple of the forwards there. They'd love to have the ball right now. Uvic getting their defense organized. I can see some of the players being called in.
Caden Wilson.
Cleanly tackled there.
Yeah.
By Sean Griffiths.
Pick and go. That's
through.
Marshall.
Does he have the pace? He does.
He's got some support coming. He's going to need that support. There's Wilson Valdez. There's Jake Bourne there. Advantage being played. You can see the referee's arm go out. UBC still in possession.
Give us a call here, Chris. You obviously saw something, heard something.
So the referee is going to dangerous tackle, taking the man out in the air.
The second tackle, I'm guessing we'll probably see this on the replay.
Yeah, so it's all about contact in the air. Whenever a rugby player is in the air, either ball in hand or going for the ball, you can't tackle them there. They're just exposed, and it's really dangerous. So we've actually got, I think that's Wilson Valdez. Can you stop it?
You got some cramp by two players here. Uvic play on the far side.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 minutes to go. Still 8 points. Game is still on. However, I believe it's going to be a penalty to UBC. If I'm a betting man, you're going to go for 3 points. No need to risk anything right here. Yep, penalty's been, conversion attempt has been signaled. UBC want to extend the lead from 8 points to 11.
For our viewers at home, the referee is giving our kickers how much time they have left. They don't have an unlimited amount of time. So he'll give them the helpful, you've got 20 seconds or 30 seconds or 40 seconds.
James Biss with a relatively easy conversion. He does indeed make it. Extends the UBC lead now to 44 points to 33. 11 points difference. 4.5 minutes to go, plus whatever injury time our referee decides to add on.
And there will be some injury time added on. So that's not a comfortable lead, 11 points, 6 minutes. We know Uvic can slice and dice through, so UBC is going to want to play some smart rugby.
2 tries, though. Uvic need to score 2 tries to win now.
Well taken by UBC, immediately sidestepping the tacklers, now looking for Jacob Bourne to pass it out.
UBC
Supports
recycling that nicely. Jason Bourne there at scrum half.
Alistair Marshall taking into contact. Caden Wilson getting over top of it. Jake Bourne's going to look for a box kick. Here comes that kick. Left it down the middle of the field. Probably wanted that to go out.
Uvic have 3 players back.
Just noting that Tate Hartley, Saints grad, on for Emmett Allen.
Okay, Uvic now made it over the halfway. They're recycling this fast. They're going to come open again into the forwards. That should be cleanly recycled. Yes, and quickly taken. There'll be some gaps on that far side. Yeah, there's number 23. Gamage just poking around the blind side. Didn't make it, though. Not too sure that you want to be kicking when you need to score twice.
Another free kick when you catch that inside your 22 and instantly put into touch. That's a nice touch finder.
Yes.
21, I think that's McGavern. I think that's Max McGavern with a great kick. Knew what he was going to do when he called the free kick, called for the mark, and then kept his coaches happy by executing the skill.
So we're now into the final 3 or 4 minutes of the game, Chris. UBC, they want to close this out.
And a free kick awarded to UBC. Uvic not properly throwing the ball in.
Let's see that if we see that on the replay.
I think it's already happened. When the thrower of the ball, whoever's throwing the ball in at the line out, has to throw it in one motion.
Here we go.
And just if you watch, it's a half a throw.
Referee indicating it was a...
Yeah. You can't start the throw and stop and then reset.
Yep. So, 2 to 3 minutes. UBC with the ball. There's Bourne just about to feed it in. I can see Biss there calling a play.
Yeah, he's talking to the near side winger, Andrews Almack. Expect a kick coming out here. Biss has lined it up. Nope. Big man running. Offloads to Marshall.
Ooh, out the back door, but didn't quite
Not
make
a recommended
hands.
pass. Uvic attacking, and that's shanked kick. Who's going to catch that? Well taken. That's McGovern again.
Yeah, nicely taken.
Support there. Bourne finds one of the big boys.
UBC forwards getting back to help out. Here we go. Set it up. Bourne, I'm guessing, with a box kick.
Yep. There it is, chasing it down from the near side.
And we've got
caught.
3 again back for Uvic. There will be a gap out there.
And there they are through the gap. I think that's Sean Griffiths well away on the far side.
Uvic throwing everything to this right now.
UBC needs to make some smart tackling. They need to not overcommit to the tackle. And Uvic is going to be poking and prodding all around the edges. That's Griffiths with another nice run. He's had several of those today.
Uvic still with the tempo here. Yeah. On the 22. Quickly recycled. Now they're moving it fast.
Out the back door. Looping pass. Almost well tackled by UBC.
And a quick. They need it quick. Here we go. Yeah, UBC was up nice there and plenty of opportunity to close that down.
I think that was Sandon Gupta with the tackle, number 7.
There's Merlin McLeod taking it in for Uvic.
Advantage to Uvic. It's going to be not releasing or high tackle. I think it's night.
So
we're going to come back. It was lost 4 by White. Lost 4 by White in the tackle. We're going to come back for the penalty.
Okay.
And with that double whistle, I'm pretty sure Sarah was going to have a chat with somebody.
Not rolling away I can see the call by Sarah. Yep. He had a quick look at his watch there.
And he's also just announced no time left.
Okay, so last play of the game.
Yeah, Uvic is going to call a scrum. So we're essentially at the end of the game here, Keith. It's been a fabulous day. The weather's held off. I can see some rain clouds in the distance. Big shout out to the rugbynetwork.com. Super happy to have the partnership back in place for UBC Rugby and the rugbynetwork.com. We've got some upcoming action next week for both of these teams. Look to see if I can find those notes. Yeah,
Chris, it's great to be back with you commentating again, and thank you to everybody watching the game today. Hope you enjoyed it. It was 44 points as it stands to 33 for UBC. 77 points of rugby. Great game. Crowd thoroughly enjoyed it. Great way to start the season here if you're a UBC supporter. So, final kick of the game. It's going to be a penalty to UBC.
Where are you guys playing next week?
Final kick of the game. Thank you again to the referees, Sarah Turner, and our assistant referees, Kevin Hees and Sam Klein-Laufer. That game's in the memory banks and in the books. UBC with the win at home, 44 points to 33. Chris, just for 10 seconds, how would you like to wrap up what you saw here for the first game?
I think for this early in the season, we saw lots of good rugby. I think there can be some happy coaches. Neither team really dominated in set piece. Neither team really dominated in the backs. There's lots of good stuff to work on. There's lots of work to be done on some of the things that didn't work so well. And a great day of rugby for what could have been a terrible day given what the weather was like this morning.
Yeah, I'll build upon that last comment. We had some rain over the last 24 hours. I was suspecting that there may be a little bit of just punching up the middle type rugby. However, this was open. It was expansive. Both teams came to play. Both teams kept it alive. Again, we saw 77 points. Great first day at home. Looking forward to seeing everybody again on the Rugby Network for our next game.
Uvic is off to play Trinity Western out in Langley, and UBC has a home game that's escaping me right now. So check the schedule on the UBC website. Check the Rugby Network. You'll get all the action live there. Thank you very much for your help today, Keith. My name's Chris. Your name is?
Keith Lumby.
We'll catch you next time, folks.